what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 1999 Toyota Camry LE V6. Up front is a 3.0 liter V6 and down below is a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this Toyota Camry for two reasons. Yes, I've driven a handful of this generation here on the channel before, but not in the V6 auto. I've done the automatic 4-cylinder and I've done the manual V6, and so we get to bridge that gap just a little bit with adding the automatic V6. The other reason is the fact that I love these cars and I like to use these Camrys as automotive palate cleanser. It's a sorbet in between courses, and I've reviewed a lot of crazy and wacky cars here on the channel, but it's always good to sort of ground myself with the Camry, and that's what we're doing here today. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that 3-liter V6, part of the big reason why we're here today. Well, like I said, there was a 4-cylinder offered or this bigger V6, and this is the engine that you want. It's a really reliable V6, as it should be known since it is a Toyota. I don't think that was really up in the air, but it also makes great power over the 4-cylinder. The torque is what really gets you, because there actually is some, which is very nice. Now, you can bop around town in a 4-cylinder all day. You're not gonna hate yourself, but the V6 is really truly what you want, so if you have the option, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, paired to it is a 4-speed automatic, and I like it. For a 90s automatic, it shifts fine, it does the job. People complain about how laggy they are sometimes. It's fine. Do not worry about it. Last but not least, of course, because any Camry in recent memory has been, it is also front-wheel drive. So how's it feel to drive the Toyota Camry LE V6 from 1999? It's as simple and straightforward as it can get. It's like tic-tac-toe. Once you spend 5 seconds doing it, you understand the logic of the game, and you go from there. That's exactly how this car is. Once you get it, and you move on. Visibility is decent, ride quality is good. V6 offers nice power over the 4-cylinder. That is that. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 4 gauges. Off to the left is my coolant temperature and fuel. In the center is my speedometer, and off to the right is my tachometer. On the steering wheel, I don't get anything besides a little cruise control stalk, but that's pretty much it. And moving off to the left, we have a climate control vent, power mirror switches, gauge dimmer switch, and our traction control off before traction control was legally mandated. So nice to see that here in the Camry from 99. Moving on to the door, we have our power locks and power windows. And moving into the center, we have a digital clock, 2 climate control vents with the hazard switch, and our logic control deck. I love that they used this verbiage back in 1999 across all Toyotas, at least that got cassette players. And we have our climate controls. Fan speed off to the left, temperature in the center, where to send it off to the right. Cigarette lighter and ashtray finish out that center console area. And moving on to the shifter, it's big and chunky and plastic, and it's from the 90s. Nothing really too groundbreaking there, but there's nothing really groundbreaking about this car as a whole. We do have flip-out cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test. However, much like its 4-cylinder sibling, it also fails the big friggin' bottle test. To be expected. I don't think anyone was really counting on it, but here we are. Then we have a center console and the seats. The seats are this really nice 90s cloth. I love these seats. I love the style of seats, and you'll find this throughout most of Toyota's vehicles of the 1990s, and I love that. They're warm when you want them to be warm, they're comfy when you want them to be comfy, and they just offer a great seating experience that you don't find in basic vehicles anymore. If you buy a base model Corolla here today, Toyota dang near punishes you with the seats that they give. But not here. This feels great, even though it is, again, 25 years old. However, speaking of seats, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the very back of the 1999 Toyota Camry LE V6. My knees have no prayer of hitting the seat in front of me. My head has no chance of hitting the ceiling. This is a fantastic back seat. I mean, really, truly wonderful back seat that we only really see in full-size vehicles here today, but the Camry was still a mid-size. There was still the Avalon up above it, and so this is wonderful. I do have a pull-down center console right here, big foam brick, no amenities there. I have a little cup holder down below, but that's it as well. Let's hop into the trunk and talk about the cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, coming around the back of the Camry LE, pop the trunk like that and pop it up, and we have tons and tons of space. I love this era of vehicles. The late 90s, early 2000s had a big emphasis on rear trunk space, and that is no different here in the 99 Camry. There it is, soak it in all of its glory. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and this is finished in a darker green that was only offered in 1999. Now, they actually offered it later on in 2000 and 2001, but the body changed a little bit, so if you want a body panel with this color on it, as this owner does, you have to find a 1999. So, very, very unique and interesting there, which aren't words that are commonly associated with the Camry, but that's okay. It also has the typical Camry dent. I challenge you to find a Camry from this era without a dent on one of its corners. There's a whole Facebook page dedicated to it. This particular one was from backing into a minivan about 11 years ago, and so that's how it earned its Camry dent. With all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving another 99 Camry? I like it a lot. I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't like it. I wouldn't re-review a car that I don't like unless I extremely hate it and want to reevaluate it. I like the Camry. It's so simple and basic, and I don't think I'm writing any new lecture here in saying so. But I think that's the bigger point of the Camry, is how normal and basic it is and how that works wonders. I think everyone in this day and age wants the big pop. They want something to show off on social media. They want to roll up to their friend's house and the newest, hottest thing and say, hey, look at this, look at me, look at what I've achieved. And there's a certain quality to that, and I think I have searched out things like that in my life, sure. But there is a bigger comfort, at least to me, in stability, in reliability. You don't truly understand that fact until you've owned a hectic, unreliable, fire-breathing automobile that seems to want to kill you or not start or break every chance that it gets. I grew up driving Mazda RX7s and modifying and building and rebuilding Mazda RX7s, first gens mostly. And I love those cars. I mean, look at how sweet they are. And everyone wants that kind of style and look, sure. But there were more days that that car was broken or on jack stands or in pieces than times that I actually enjoyed driving it. And when it was my only car, there were mornings that I was up at 4 a.m. trying to get the starter motor to turn over just so I could get to class or get to my after-school job. Once I bought a car, my Mazda 3, nearly brand new, and it's never given me an issue, knock on wood. My life changed. My life got a lot better because I had that stability. You know, there's that saying of you don't build a house on sand. And while it's not 100% true, they're beach houses. You know, beach houses are built on sand. The point is, you need a solid foundation to build what you want. The Camry offers that solid foundation. It gives you that base. You don't start a sandwich with the meat and cheese. You start the sandwich with a nice solid bread base and build on top of it. This car lets you build on top of it and build your life around it while having that control of what makes it so sound. That is the beauty of the Camry, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They see this basic car that everyone and their mom has driven one or owned one, and they say, oh, that's not new, that's not fresh, that's not hot. And sure, maybe it's not, but it allows the other parts of life to become new and interesting and hot. It allows for life to evolve and blossom where certain other cars might stunt you. I've seen it time and time again. I have a close friend. She has a Chevy Cruze. It lets her down all the time, and so she never has two dimes to rub together because she's always putting it into this stupid Chevy Cruze. And I keep telling her, I say, sell the Chevy Cruze, get rid of the Chevy Cruze and get a Camry, get a Corolla, Get something basic. Your life, your wallet, your emotions, your well-being will thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Ian for letting me take out his 1999 Toyota Camry LEV6. I appreciate him very, very much for being able to meet me up here in Minnesota. He's one of a kind. This is his first car, and I know that this will treat him very, very well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.